How's it going, guys? And welcome back to another episode of the Wolf Den podcast. Today, I am joined by Jino and Frank once again. Say hi, guys.
Jaws.
Hello.
That was so awkward. Anyways, you know what else is awkward, guys? The fact that the summer break is over. What happened? We have year 3 coming up, so
Scammed.
yeah, the focus of this podcast will be to talk about, year 3, what we're hopeful for. It's currently like September 1st. Is that actually? Yeah, it is September 1st as we're recording this. We have school in just shy of a week. So yeah, a new semester is gonna start for us, and yeah, we're just out here to get all the anxiety out of the system and rant a bit, and it'll be fun. So let me just put out this one question, because it's something I thought about and I have an answer to it. But obviously, when we finished final exams way back in April, that was April, to now, it has been 4 months. We have been on summer break for 4 months. My question is, does it actually feel like it's been 4 months? Because me personally, absolutely not. It has not felt like that at all.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It does for me. It sort of does. I don't know. It might be because I took summer school, but it felt like 4 months. I'm done.
It felt longer.
You said it felt longer for you?
It felt long, but like I still need more time.
Yeah.
It felt like 4 months, but like I still need like an extra 4 months.
Yeah. I'm saying it doesn't feel like 4 months. I'm saying it felt like really quick, in my opinion. But
no, it felt long. It feels like ages since I've actually been.
yeah, no, with you, I'm different on that, because I can still remember like heading down to university, like campus, like to actually go to a lecture. Like I remember what it felt like. I remember what it was like to like read up all my textbook readings and like to study. Like I remember what all of that was like. But I do know it's been 4 months. It's just that, because normally when we were in high school, we had like July and August off. By the time it reached the end of August, you're like, oh, what was high school like again? Like, what was it like to actually go to school? I forgot what it was like. I'm kind of excited. Like, I don't feel like that. I still remember the pain of university. So, for me, it hasn't really felt like 4 months.
It never goes away. Do you expect it to go away? Nah.
I expect it to be like, you forget about it a bit, and then once you get back, you're like, oh yeah, shoot, I did not like this. But I'm still in that like boat of, yeah, no, I remember not liking this. Like going to school, I don't like it. It's a burden. Let's be real.
Imagine having to go to school. Damn.
So Frank, you said it felt longer for you, longer than 4 months.
I felt like it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel like it has to do with our situations, and what we all did. Gino did summer school. Frank did a lot of work, like a job, getting that money. I did a combination of like vibing and like actually being productive, doing work stuff. But for the most part, I want to say I was like relaxing. But yeah, I think that just it varies. That's why our answers vary. But yeah, but still 4 months. Like, I know we all agree we want more time, right? Like, we can all agree on that. No one's like, you know what? We've been on break for way too long. We should go back. Like, we still feel like that. And I wonder, maybe that's copium for like the fact that we actually have school in like less than a week. So we're just saying that. But I don't know. I genuinely feel like it's weird, because I think about it and it's like, I should have no reason to say I want more time to like recharge. Like, that's happened. I have recharged, but there's still something about me wanting more time. I don't know what it is.
It's because we're not prepared,
Yeah, we really aren't.
We don't feel prepared, at least.
Yeah, I think what my parents always told me, whenever it was like middle school or high school, like I'd always be nervous for like the first day of school. But they'd always tell me, like, well, don't worry, once you see your friends and stuff and you talk with them, like, you'll be happy that you're back. And I remember that conversation, and I'm thinking about now, I'm like, bro, What friends? What friends do I have right
No
now?
friends. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
What friends do I have in university right now? We've been online for, well, a majority we've been online for the past 2 years. We've only just started going back in person. Like, what friends have we made? So
I don't know anyone on a first name basis.
yeah,
It's crazy.
I'm sure like there's people I know, like I can recognize them and say their first name. I don't think they know my last name. I'm pretty sure they don't know my last name.
Bro, I don't think there's anybody in the school who knows my like first name, except for like the ones that I went to high school with, obviously. But like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, for context, listeners, in case you forgot from previous podcasts, Frank and I go to the same university. Jino goes to a different one, so that's why sometimes you'll hear us Frank and I talk about our experience being very similar because we go to the same university, and then Gino's experience is different because he goes to a different university. But overall, I think it's the same. It's university in Ontario, so yeah.
Bro, imagine going to university.
Imagine. Anyways, speaking of the break, what did you guys actually do? I know I kind of briefly mentioned it. Like I said, Frank was working, Gino was doing school, but like I want you guys to lay it on for me. What did you guys like do in this 4 months? What was
For my free time?
just in
Or-
general?
Time-wise, or just
Yeah,
in
yeah.
general?
Honestly, I did a lot during my free
Or
time.
actually, how about both? Like general, and then you can narrow it down to free time.
Well, I did
Go.
school stuff, obviously.
Mhm.
I took 2 classes. Both of them were chem. They kind of sucked. They did suck. Never again. Never again. But yeah. For my free time, I started watching anime. You know.
Same. Let's go.
Hmm.
Actually, I say that I watched one anime. That was like last week.
Well, that's one more than like you'd ever watch. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Actually, speaking of like stuff we watched, I remember what I did at the beginning of the break. So I don't actually know Marvel movies that well. Like I know them a bit, and obviously like I love Spider-Man, so I know the Spider-Man movies. But I didn't actually know like the MCU in chronological order, so I actually watched like every Marvel movie, like to get caught up. I think I watched everything to get caught up for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and then I watched that, and then I watched Thor Love and Thunder, like, caught up to speed. But yeah, no, I started at like Iron Man, Captain America, like, all the like 2010, was it 2010, 2012, all like a decade ago movies, and I got caught up. So I don't want to call myself a hardcore fan of the MCU because I don't think I am. I don't know the lore that much, but I consider myself a fan, and I can actually like know things now. So yeah, I did that.
That's insane.
And then I watched one anime. Death Note was good. Guys, watch Death Note. Death Note was nice.
Oh, you also watched what's it
Oh,
called?
it's that movie. Yeah, you recommended to me.
Yeah. Your name.
Your name.
That one.
Wait, Gino, what's your name?
Well, what is it?
What is it? Yeah, I watched that. It was good. I really like Death Note. The thing with me in watching things is that I mentioned this to Gino multiple times. Anything I watch, it doesn't matter if it's a good or bad show according to the public. I always end up enjoying. Like I don't know
think
if you
that's
guys
because
are like
like
that.
the only shows that you do watch and hear about are the good ones. You know.
Yeah,
You don't
true.
hear about the bad ones.
Yeah.
Like Death Note and Your Name. Those are like one of the top tier ones. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Like Marvel movies and like all that. That's like popular. So
Mm-hmm. And what about
Yeah.
you, Frank? Do you watch anything cool?
I didn't watch much either.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I did.
I still have to watch Stranger Things. I didn't. Not even.
I heard it was poo-poo.
It is what.
Some people thought it was. I still, like some of my friends said it was poo-poo. And I
I've
think
watched till like
it was slightly
the
better
most
than the old
recent
one.
one, but like a new season came out, right? So I still have to watch that.
Yeah.
No,
I don't watch Stranger Things, so
Oh, you should. It's really good.
yeah. Maybe I will.
At least like the first couple of seasons.
Mhm.
Yeah, the other seasons were like good.
I haven't even watched the final one. So, did you watch it, Frank, or nah?
No,
No. Damn. That's all right.
Yeah.
You know, I also like read a manga.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. I don't really read, so like that's a big thing for me.
Mangas are the thing that you read backwards, right? Is that how they work?
Like right to left.
Yeah. You start at the back of the book and then go.
Yeah.
In reverse. Yeah, I never read those. They're cool though. I saw online actually, I think over the break, I don't know how I learned about this, or maybe I saw it in like a store. There's like a Legend of Zelda one, like a collection of like 6 of them. That looks cool. Maybe one day I'll cop that and read it. I just realized
the one manga I did read, like it was really good. Like it was really good.
What was it?
It was called Frien. I think that's what it's called. But yeah. No, it's really good. It's really good. I don't know how to do like a good synopsis, so like you guys have to read it for yourselves. But like, I really enjoyed it.
Interesting. I just realized we talked about like what we watched and stuff. The question was, what did we do? I mean, that's one of the things we did.
That is what we did. We watched stuff.
We watched stuff. That's the whole 4 months. We watched stuff. I know, but Gina.
I mean, that's like the most exciting. What do you want us to say?
I don't know. Like, I mean, you know, your adventures. I mean, I know Frank's got a lot to say. Frank's been doing stuff.
Boy, we don't even go outside.
Yeah.
We just stay home all the time.
Frank's been working, isn't that right, Frank?
I've been working. I've been going on trips, bro. It's been a nice summer.
Frank's been places.
Yeah, Frank's been places, man. I'm telling you. Frank actually had proper adventures.
That's actually insane. I'm impressed.
What?
Yeah, where'd you
go? I don't know. Went out to eat at all you can eat sushi. Went to a cottage for a week. Went to the CNE a couple days ago. Got drunk.
What?
Got CNE.
Oh, CNE. Oh, I thought you went. Okay, I was gonna say okay.
Got wasted on Tuesday. We don't talk about that. Went to the same bar actually twice.
Frank's life is a movie, guys. Frank's life is a proper movie.
Man's living like a celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way Frank talks about everything he does, I'm convinced he has a manager. Like, he's got someone like planning his days. Like, hey, no, Frank, you have this thing this day, and next week you're doing this. It's fun.
Damn, you know, we used to be like that too, you know, going out to places.
Yeah, but like now we're old. We're old, Gino. I'm joking. That's not the reason
Corona.
why.
I blame Corona.
Honestly, yeah, the pandemic obviously like changed everything, and then honestly, I think the biggest vibe that I got from this break is that everyone's busy in their own right, whether it's school, work, personal hobbies, family, whatever it is. Just for some reason, everyone in our friend group is busy to a certain extent. It's really hard to get things to line up. Like, even us 3 boys. When's the last time us 3 have actually hung out in person? All of us.
Never.
We haven't done that.
Never. It's always 2 of us.
I mean, it's because I live far away.
Yeah,
so
true.
Like, well, further away. At
yeah,
least.
Gino lives farther away from us. Actually, we all live like pretty equally. I'm like here, and then Frank's in the middle, and then Frank is.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh no, sorry. It's me, Frank, and then Gino. That's like you know the directions of the cities I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Imagine living further away from us.
Damn. Don't need to roast me like that, man.
Come on, Gino.
Come on, Gino. Yeah. We should hang in reading week or something. We should do that. I don't know. For Christmas. That'd be nice.
When is our reading?
We'll see.
I'm not sure. I'll look it up later. But yeah. I have this other add-on to the question. I don't know if we already answered it, but in this 4 months, I know it might be hard to think about, but is there like a highlight for you? Like, was there a big highlight that like you really enjoyed?
Mainly the cottage for me. I actually never went out like that before.
You went to a cottage? What?
Yeah, he said that like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, cottage life is nice because like my family, we don't have a cottage. We don't have like close fam. Actually, no, that's a lie. We do have close family. Well, like I think they live up north actually. So like I don't think it's like cottage scenery, but it's different. It's kind of an escape from the city. So
Mhm.
I haven't been there this summer. I think I went there last summer. But yeah, no. As a whole, we don't have like that cottage lifestyle. But I know it's nice. It'd be nice to have one day. Sure.
That's like rich people lifestyle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, jeez. Was it your friend's cottage?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Cottages are expensive.
Yeah. But I don't know, the escape from the city is just nice. Like, the way I think of cottages is, you know how like we get burnt out and like YouTubers and content creators get burnt out and they need to take a break from like streaming and all that stuff? Imagine a cottage is like literally that, but like for your normal 9 to 5 like daily routine, like job life. That's what a cottage is. It's that like cleanse away from like the city and all that life you have at work. That's what I think of it as.
Mm-hmm. I mean, have you seen any cottages, Vickash? Or
No, I just hear about like what it's like or seen it portrayed in like movies, but I can't say I actually have been. Yeah, no, I haven't really been to like a proper like stereotypical cottage. I don't think. People in the comments right now are like, bro, how is that even possible?
impossible. That's crazy, bro.
No, but honestly, like the scenery wise, like it's either like camps, like summer camps vibe stuff, or you know, just up at a family's place that's like a house up north in Barrie or something. But yeah, no, I don't think that was a cottage. It wasn't a cottage that I went to back then. So yeah, that's cool. Well, Eugene, what was your big highlight, if any?
Is there supposed to be one? Wait, hold on.
Okay,
hold on.
I know it's a hard thing to think about. I can answer first if you want time to think. My thing's actually pretty lame. My answer's pretty lame. Do you want me to answer, Jino?
Yeah, other than getting into anime and reading manga, though. I did nothing this summer, guys.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like, honestly, here's the thing. To get into that stuff is fun. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like what other time do we have to do that? Like, we really don't.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. My highlight, honestly, it's gonna sound kind of lame. I didn't travel anywhere. Like, I didn't get out of the country, out of the city too much, but my parents did. They went to New York for a week. You guys know this. You were there with me. Like, we were playing games on Discord. So yeah, they went to New York for a week. So what I did that like whole week was every night I was like playing Discord. Like, I was on Discord playing games with Frank and Jino. And it was like really fun. We were doing our YouTube grind, recording a lot of stuff, and it was fun. And actually what I did just before they left, I ordered a new RAM stick for my laptop, and that like allowed my laptop to run faster and to play Valorant, which, you know,
that was
now
a
I
big
play
thing,
that. Yeah, that was a big deal.
Oh, that was huge.
The ability to upgrade that RAM so like I could, you know, handle stuff a bit better, and it allowed me to play Valorant was huge, because previously...
Yeah, without that, you wouldn't be able to play Valorant. We'd be still playing like...
Yeah, we'd still be playing
like
Minecraft.
Scribble or something.
Yeah. For context, listeners, all we play right now is currently Valorant, and then like maybe here and there like Scribble.io, but it's been Valorant. That's been the motive lately. But before that, it was really hard to play stuff. It was always just Minecraft Bed Wars, and we play like 2 games and want to call it quits. Like, yeah.
Pain.
So yeah. But yeah, that was my highlight. I think that like sense of independence and like, you know, having the house to myself. I don't know, there's something cool about that, you know? My parents weren't yelling at me and stuff. Like, I was doing everything for myself, and you know, I was playing games till like 2 a.m, waking up. I was still waking up early for myself, and you know, I don't know, like working out, exercising, stuff like that. And yeah, it was nice. It was nice to do that. And I've been playing a lot of Switch.
Veekash's Valorant gameplay, yo, he's getting better. He's insane.
I mean, I know. I've seen him play the game, Gino. I'm in the games, man.
You haven't played in like with us in like 2 days, or I don't know how long it's.
I've been working while you guys been playing, so
yeah.
Maybe we can play later tonight. We'll play after this podcast.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Thanks for the support on Val, Gino. Even though I bought him frag every game, but still. Yeah. Anyways,
No, you're good. You're good.
yeah. Anyways, moving on. Remember the podcast is about year 3, but it's okay. We can get sidetracked like that. I'm all for that. Okay. Before you answer this question, I want you to think about it. Like I'm genuinely asking. Is there anything specifically regarding year 3 and entering year 3 that you're excited for?
Excited for? No. Stressed about? Yeah.
Actually meeting people.
Yeah, I would agree
Actually
with
meeting them this time.
that.
So last time I met like one person, got their Instagram, and that's it.
Yeah.
This time, different vibes.
I think it'll be really good this time to like actually go on campus and stuff.
It's like, hey, you want to meet here like after class or whatever? It's like, oh yeah, I'm down. And we want to go here to study. It's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I think the actual experience, like this is the first year we'll have like that actual experience. Because for context, we've been online this past semester that just happened, the winter 2022. It was like a transition of sorts. Like things were back in person per se, but some things were still online, and every evaluation and stuff was still online. So you could go to lecture, but you know, you could get by with not going to lecture if you really wanted to. But this time, heading into year 3, no, everything's back. Every single class has its building location, and like, you know, no online component really. The only thing online's for is for like announcements and like submitting like your Google Docs files. But other than that, yeah, it's gonna be in person. So it's stressful, yes, that's gonna happen. But at the same time, like Frank said, I'm excited to actually see people, for it to become a routine of going there. And honestly, like, you know, just taking in campus life, because, you know, people always say like your university years are like your best years. And I think this is the year, like, I'll actually see that in action if it's true. So yeah, I'm just excited for the opportunity and what's ahead. There's a sense of uncertainty, but it's an exciting type of uncertainty.
Now, university years are supposed to be your best years?
Yeah,
What?
that's what people always say, you know? They always say, like,
I'll
man.
tell you this now. University years really sucked for me.
Well, I mean,
so far.
we're in the same boat. We've done it for 2 years, and like now it's getting real for us now. So
Yeah.
you never know. I think the reason people say university is your best years is because they assume. Because I've seen other people do this. Like I go all over Instagram and Snapchat and stuff. I see what people are posting. Everyone's just going to parties every weekend, bro. We don't do that. Okay, like not that we can't,
people.
but like, sorry, what'd you say?
We don't even meet people.
Yeah, we can't even meet people. But the thing, and I don't know, I don't want to call it a pet peeve. It's just something I don't fully understand. Bro, tell me how you're in university. You literally graduated like top 10 from our high school, and you're out here getting like wasted every Friday night and still like clutching like an A+ GPA while like partying every weekend. Like tell me how that happens, because I don't even do that, and I need like every single day to be dedicated to studying. Like, you know, I don't know how it happens.
I mean, they dedicate all their free time, I guess, to that.
Yeah,
So.
I guess I dedicate my free time to like, you know, hopping on Discord, playing games, playing Switch, whatever, watching YouTube.
Yeah, we're just different.
Yeah, we're different like that. Anything you're excited for, Jino? I know you kind of said no, but is there anything you could think of?
I gotta think about this. Give me a sec. Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
all right. Well, at least Jino can answer this next question. Is there anything you're worried / anxious about for this upcoming semester? I'll let Jino start because he's probably got answers for that one.
Yeah, everything.
Everything. Yeah, I agree with that. I think what I feel is honestly like, I don't know, the more like I've had to like come to terms with the fact that we're going back, the more anxious I am about it, because it's like, damn, I really have to go back to this lifestyle, don't I? And I'm not ready for it. It's like, you know, we went from January to April, you know, university mode, because it was a semester that ended, and now it was 4 months off. In that 4 months, we clocked out, and it's like, once I clocked out, I didn't think about having to go back to that lifestyle again, that whole grind. And now it's like, oh god, no, you actually have to do that. That's happening in like 5 days. So like, Jesus. Yeah, it's scary like that. But yeah, I'm worried about, you know, kind of things overall. The biggest thing I'm worried about, honestly, is just what the classrooms are gonna feel like. You know, like what the vibes are gonna be. Because we've ranted about this before, like to ourselves. Bro, every time you go into a classroom, like this past semester, you went into a lecture hall, right? Why is everyone sitting uptight and so serious and like looking down? Like the vibes are so depressing when you walk in. Like, what is it? Why isn't it laughter and smiles and like excitement to learn? It's all just everyone's looking down. Everyone's.
Well, I mean, to be fair, laughter and smiles.
Like, you know, that nice conversation before class starts, you know? And then nice, smiles and raising hand, engaging in class discussion. I'm very eager to learn about, like, what are the vibes? What are the positive vibes? It's all, like, sad and mundane every time I've walked in so far, like...
Adults are always sad, you know? So,
yeah.
You know.
No, because I had stats, right? And I literally walked in... Actually, not even walk in. We all like stood outside the classroom until the professor went in. And then we're all just straight face, monotone, like resting bitch face, like walking into class. We all sit down. I get my book out. I'm looking around class. Everyone's just sighing. They look fatigued. They look defeated before class starts. And I'm like...
I mean, yeah.
Why is it like this? And it's not blaming... I'm not saying bashing students. I just think university's done that to us. It's just, man, it sucks that like it's really hard to find that like nice positive like space, those vibes. Like I really need them to be there. You know,
you don't have people like talking casually anymore, you know.
Yeah, times have changed, haven't they? Maybe that's just the thing with our generation. That could be a factor. I'm not too sure. What about you, Frank? Worried about anything? Anxious about anything?
I'm not gonna lie, like our high school life was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like looking back, like it was great. Like everyone was talking.
That's
like,
high school though.
Like for me, I don't remember like anything bad happening. So
yeah, because the thing with high school, you gotta remember, like you had time to get to class and talk to your friends, and it took like 2 minutes to get to another classroom.
Yeah,
and on top of that, we had a whole 1 hour just dedicated to talk to friends during lunchtime.
Exactly. It's like, and no, even if it's like you knew nobody, you could just just straight up talk to them, and be like, because like everybody is like there for the class. So it's like, who gives
how did I meet Vickash again? Vickash, how did I meet you again?
You guys probably said
we met Jino because I met Jino because okay, I'll tell a story. I don't know if I said it on podcast before. No. It was grade 9, right? I have French class first period. Gino's in my class, and I just go about the first day. You know, we have French, and then I believe I have. Was it gym?
No, it was like.
No, it was math. It was math we had, but Jino had a different math class, and then I had a different math class, and then it was that, and then it was gym, and then Jino and I were in the same gym class. All right, but we still didn't say anything. And then we had geography together. So we line up outside geography the first day. I'm standing in line next to Jino. And I'm like, yo, we have like a lot of classes together. And then
I remember that.
So then we walk into geography, sit next to each other, and that's the start of it. We're just talking, and me and Jino are friends. Because we have 3 out of the 4 classes that semester together. So
you don't have that in uni. You don't have anything like that in uni. There's no way.
At that point, I would have been like, yo, you stalking me, bro? Like, you're in the same class as me, like everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Man.
The thing is, like, I do recognize people, like I haven't talked to anyone, but like there is like some people I recognize. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I remember you from the Zoom class that semester because you were always asking questions and stuff. And that's like, oh, I see them in person and stuff. Like, yeah, like I just recognize that I've had classes with the same person, but I don't actually talk to them because like there's no real opportunity to do that. I think that's the biggest issue. There isn't an opportunity to talk to people. Like, think about French class, or like, let's just say history class, English class. Actually, English class. Let's use English class. If you like were in the class, the teacher, I'm trying to not say professor and teacher because we have to call professors in university, but in high school we can use teachers. Anyways, the teacher would just say what they have to say, and then they would assign you work. You have to like read something or like maybe write something, independently. But you're sitting in a group table with like 4 people, or like in a desk of like 2 people, like 1, 2, like pairs. And it was possible to talk to people. Like Gino knows. Gino, we had English class in grade 11. It was like me, you, and like 2 other people, and we were just talking. We could just talk. Like, it was possible to do that. University doesn't have that. You can't just talk to people.
That's
You can, but
No, you can, but like straight up, if you do, the professor's honestly genuinely gonna get mad at you.
some.
Yeah. I don't know, that's the issue with lectures. It's literally just a person talking for the whole time, and then they're like, oh, but you get a 10-minute break. Like, bro, no one does anything in that 10-minute break. All they do is go to the bathroom and go on their phones, or just try to catch up on notes, or a snack or something. But like, there isn't an opportunity to talk to people in university.
Before class, like the 10 minutes.
Yeah,
before
there's
class.
that. Honestly, there is that. But
that's
after that,
literally
that's
how
it.
it went. And then here and there during like the lecture, would just whisper, be like, "Oh, yo, that guy's being like a dick and whatever."
Yeah.
I think for like the big thing for me right now is that like I'm stressed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's everybody. That's,
Yeah, I
that's
think
going to be everybody.
The thing with Gino, and I always think about this, it's because he took summer school, like summer courses. He technically, somewhat of a break from like the hectic, like grind mode. But at the end of the day, he's still doing school. And now he's going back into a full-on semester. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, what you never had that complete disconnect, And I feel like, I'm not saying it's going to take a toll on you, but like, I understand why Gino might be the most stressed out of everyone here. So
It's just that like I got expectations, and like,
yeah,
not just expectations, but like I have requirements and minimums, that I have to like reach.
Yeah.
But like at the moment, just I don't even want to think about it actually.
Yeah, it's hard.
so bad.
It's hard.
It's so bad.
It's hard to think about because
competition is tough,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The thing I don't like about university, it's so competitive, man. Like, even when it's not competitive, it's competitive. And what do I mean by that? Let's say I'm in a course and it really doesn't matter, like, for like, you have to do good in this course to get into a good school or something. People are just naturally so competitive with like wanting to suck up to the professor and ask all these tough questions that are like have nothing to do with like what's in the syllabus. They're just like really trying to extend beyond, like they want to get like brownie points or something. Like they want to do like so well. Like who are you trying to please? Like, yes, you're gonna try to please the professor, but like you're just confusing the whole class. And like you can tell they're trying to one up the person. Like, oh, I don't know, I'm sure this happened. I can't remember an exact instance of it, but I'm sure it's true. Let's say there's this one guy in class and he's talking, he's spitting out all these facts, he sounds all sophisticated. They stop talking, another person has to one up them and like add on and elaborate, and next thing you know, it sounds like an argument, but like it's just them talking about like the course. But really they're just trying to like find out like, oh no, I'm the better like suck up than you are. I'm the top dog of this class. That's what it always sounds like to me.
Yeah, it's like that in Zoom too.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a
specifically Zoom I was referencing. Yeah.
Not just school stuff though, but like for extracurriculars, like in school, I mean, stuff like volunteering and all that, like is all. It feels like people don't do it for the sake of volunteering, but like for the sake of like an extra point in their application, or yeah, they do it to gain something for themselves.
Yeah,
they try and like act all like sanctimonious and all that, but they're kind of selfish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel like a lot of the times you can look at the way someone's like portraying themselves like in a classroom, and it's like, okay, do they actually like need to ask this, or are they doing this for their ego? And like 90% of the time, it's for their ego. Like they want to feel good about themselves. They want to feel like the top dog. They want to like feel superior to everyone. And like obviously that's not the intent, but like it just comes off like that so often.
Man, I don't want to go back to school.
Yeah.
No.
Anyways.
Let's talk about something else now.
Okay. Well, the whole podcast is about uni, Gino. So.
Yeah. We'll talk about something else that doesn't have to do with, you know. That's still related to uni. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Do you
guys
have
run any clubs?
Any clubs?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I don't know if I'll. Here's the thing with clubs, right? Like, don't get me wrong. I know they're good to join, and I always hear like, you know, get involved, be active in your like, you know, community and stuff. Like, and I agree with that. You should. Just with me, it's like, bro, how do you have time for that? If I were to sign up for a club, like right now, like, you know how much that would clash with like having to study for a course? Like, I have 5 courses. How do you think I'm gonna handle 5 courses and a club? I don't think it can happen. Like, that's just my opinion. I find it very hard to like make that happen. Because when you do have free time, that free time I would use to maybe get ahead, or maybe work on the like big like term project, or, you know, honestly, maybe just relax and like talk to my friends. Like, no, I have to use it to go to a club. Not that it's a bad thing to go to a club. I think it's a great thing. It's just for timing, like time management. Like it's detrimental. Like I can see it being detrimental more often than not. That's just my opinion, though. I'm not bashing joining clubs. I think it's great. I wish I could. It's just for time-wise, I'm trying to play the long game of thinking about time, and I just don't think my time and my schedule and the way I work would allow that.
So you know how there's like clubs at like my place, but like there's like tons of clubs, but most of them are inactive, right? Like they're not, like, they exist, they're on the site, but nobody's actually in it, you know?
Yeah.
For my school, I think a lot of people just use clubs as a thing to write on their application, so they could say something like, "Oh, I'm the leader of this club," you know, when they apply to
Population 1.
Yeah, population 1. I was the president of the
NBA
anime
trivia
club.
club. The anime
yeah,
club.
the anime club.
Yeah.
So it's spicing up their resume a little bit.
Yeah. Just make a fake club that sounds so like sophisticated. Like, oh, I was the club of like trivia about cross species genetics. I was the president of that. Like, that doesn't exist. Trivia in the foundations of cross species genetics. Something like that. Frank, I'm making that a thing. We're going to uni. I'm making that a thing. I'm gonna lead that.
Oh gosh.
You join. You're co-pres with me.
But yeah, like, it's just so hard to like do anything. Like okay, remember back in high school, we used to like Vickash and we used to do like garbage, you know?
Yeah, Jino and I were part of an eco club at our high school.
Yeah, I enjoyed doing clubs and all that, and doing stuff after school. Like, I actually enjoyed those times. You know?
But here's the thing. The thing with that, and I'll mention why eco club worked for us and why like that kind of clubs can't work in uni. When was eco club? Every Wednesday during the lunch hour. There was a dedicated time slot. We were free every lunch. We had time. We can afford to go to a classroom on a Wednesday to talk with friends and like, you know, do the eco club stuff. And then when we had to do recycling and all that, it was after school on like Tuesdays or Fridays. Back then, it was okay to like do that on like a Friday or a Tuesday or something, because high school didn't have that much homework to give you. Like, maybe it did have like your math homework and like maybe your chem questions or whatever, but like overall, like, you know, it wasn't that big of a sacrifice to stay after school for an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know, to do the recycling and be part of eco club. But in university, you know, like, bro, you have to travel to like probably that building on campus or something, you know, sit down, like do whatever it is you're doing, and then like, you know, it takes out time. And on top of that, like, not to roast our eco club from high school, I always viewed eco club as just a side extension of like hanging out with friends. Like, it was just a different way to hang out with friends and hang out with like other friends that weren't part of our main friend group. It was more of a like hanging out, but actually calling it productive hanging out instead of like a full-on club. University, if you actually have a club, if there was an eco club in university, like, you know, climate change is obviously a big deal topic nowadays. Like, it would actually genuinely focus on making a big change for that. Like, not like just ideas and saying it and putting it out there. Like, no, they'd actually genuinely try and like really like put hard work into that. So that's also a part of it too. Not only is it a lot of time, but there's actual hard work in it probably.
And like, okay, the important thing is like back then, like we could join clubs because like we knew people, but like now we don't even know anyone, right? Like we don't even know what kinds of clubs exist because we never see them on campus, you know?
Yeah.
Because we're all online. We don't know people. We don't see things. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Everything sucks. Yeah.
It's just hard because there's so many opportunities, and not even just clubs. Like, those are clubs, dude. You know how many other like probably like important workshops there are, like prepping for grad school, like prepping like writing a thesis or something, like workshops to like learn like how to strive academically, like writing workshops, stuff that like is actually like people might want to go to like improve their like ability to like learn and like perform on assignments and stuff. Like, there's also that exists as well. So that's a whole other thing to sign up to that takes away time. So I realize as I'm talking about this, I keep using the word time, and that's really the issue of university. It's just time. They assign too much stuff, and there's not enough time to do it.
And they're worth way too.
I'll take money, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, you want to do stuff academically, right? And you have money, like you're pretty much set, you know? Like you're like guaranteed to succeed.
Yeah, because I see what you mean. Because like, not only is paying tuition a breeze, if for some reason you're struggling, and I don't know if this is where you're going, but like if some reason you're struggling, like, okay, I can afford to like do this workshop thing, or I can pay for this private tutor or something. Like, you know, Gino and I talk about money and stuff. Like, they say money doesn't get you happiness. Money can pay for the things that allow you to be happy. Like, that's the thing.
Like, currently where I stand, like I can't even pay for some applications and all that. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, if you have money, like you're set, bro. You're set.
Yeah. I know that's not
like,
something people like to hear. Like, people don't want to hear me say like, guys, money buys happiness. That's not necessarily what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, like, you know, if there's a hobby, or this goes beyond university, just anything. Let's say there's a hobby you want to do, like, oh, you want to get into music, you want to learn piano and guitar. Okay, number one, you can buy that. You can buy a piano and guitar with money. Like, oh, you want to get better. You're trying to learn on your own, but it's a bit difficult. You want to pay for really good lessons that are like efficient and like you know, 5-star lessons, like quality. That you can pay for that. Like, it helps you learn better. Like, and then let's say now you become good with music and you can write songs and stuff. You're happy doing that, but the way you got there was really aided by the fact that you were able to pay for things.
Like, okay, let's say like you start off with like no money, right? And like you put all your effort into university. Like, that's like, even then, like, it's like there's a solid chance things might not work out, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, money's a big factor.
That's the thing, because like I always hear like, okay, I wouldn't say I always hear this, but a lot of streamers and stuff, you know, we watch offline TV and stuff. A few of them are Canadian. Like, they got their degrees and all that, right? They haven't used them. Like, yes, they became big streamers and that's really great for them, but like, they really got their undergrad and like, they said they didn't think like it would be useful. Like, they didn't see it. Like, yes, you can get your undergrad, you can put in all that work, but even after doing that, you're not guaranteed to be set. So, you know. I think that just goes with what Gino's saying. Like, you know, there's always that risk. You know, you don't know if it's gonna work out. And yeah.
I feel like the only time. Okay, wait. I'm gonna talk about grades now. I'm gonna talk about grades,
Okay.
like GPA and all that.
Sure.
Like I've noticed like a lot. Okay, I've said this before to Vickash, but I've noticed a lot of people say that like GPA doesn't matter, grades don't matter, you know. But like it's all like individual, you know. Like anyone in the STEM field going into something like research, like they definitely like need a good GPA. Anyone going into like law school or like doing any like professional degree, like graduate or like PhD, master, stuff like that, like you need a good GPA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a good GPA is literally like the cutoff. Like it's like the most important thing in all of undergrad.
Yeah. I see what you mean, because like I think, I don't know, it's people trying to be all motivation and talking, like motivational when they talk, and saying like, oh, don't worry, like a school isn't everything, GPA isn't everything. And you know, that's what people say to me all the time. You know, like it's okay if you don't know what path you're on and all that stuff. Like it's okay to not figure it out. It's okay to change things halfway through. And like, yeah, you can do that. It's possible to do that. It really isn't ideal though. Like, you know, like I feel like there's a path that's set for everyone, and you really should hit it. You should like follow it. But yeah. I didn't mention this to you guys, but honestly, like past 2 weeks, like I got really like flustered and stuff about thinking about like my future, because you know, we're about to enter year 3 and 4. Those are like the end game years, and it's like, okay, now you got to think about like your major and what you like doing and like grad school and all that. Like,
ready for the game over screen. You know?
Yeah.
I'm ready for that. It's over.
Yeah, no, but like what happened with me was, you know, I do psychology. That's my major, and I love psychology. I love learning about it and stuff. But the way I put it was, yes, I enjoy psychology, but at no point did I ever say, yo, studying psychology is my dream. Like, I was never my dream to study this. It's something I like and I'm very interested in, yes, but it wasn't my dream. So I feel like at that point, I feel like I'm in this situation now where I feel like, is the thing we study supposed to be like our dream job? Because it feels like it should be. And I don't know if I feel like that with what I'm studying. I like studying it, yes, it's cool, and I would like to get a job in that, sure. But I wouldn't say it's my dream, you know? I feel like Gino is different on that, because I feel like you with med school and stuff, that's...
Yeah.
I feel like that actually is a dream.
Yeah. That's the end goal for me.
Yeah. I think that stems with me, it's because, you know, grade 11, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Like, dude, we were picking courses for grade 11. I'm like, guys, what courses do I take? Because I think in grade 11, that's when things suddenly opened up and you were able to do like pick more options. So I was like, bro, what options do I want to pick here? And that's when I did social sciences, and then I love social sciences, and then I did it again in grade 12 as an extension. Be like, hey, I was really good at this in grade 11. Let's do it again in grade 12. And then I was good at it in grade 12. So then when it came to apply to university, so I'm like, okay, what program do I apply for? Let's do psychology. Because, you know, I have some background knowledge on it. I enjoyed learning about it. I know that from high school. So let's do that. And like, you know, now I'm here halfway through my undergrad. I love that I'm learning it, yes. And honestly, if you tell me like another program in university, I don't think I'd take it over psychology. I think psychology is probably the program I would take. Like, literally give me every program like available at my university or any university, and I'll start narrowing it down. The one I'm gonna end up with, like in my hands, is psychology. I think that holds true. Maybe I'm biased to say that, but I genuinely believe psychology is that program I think would be the one I gravitate towards.
Everybody's different.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like I said, it's never been a dream, you know? And I feel like it doesn't need to be a dream, but now I feel some sort of internal pressure to make it a dream. Like I have to convince myself, like, no, Vickash, this is the thing you want to do so badly. And like, you know, I'm interested. Yes, I'll always be interested in it, but like, I don't know. I've been a bit like anxious about that, thinking about it in the future and stuff, and like, you know, how far it's supposed to take me. Because the biggest thing I always hear is like, oh, you got to get a high-paying job and stuff, you know, like, and to survive and like, you know, have a family and all that. I'm like, okay, and that stems from me studying psychology right now. I'm not second guessing my major. I love my major. Let me just put that out there. I love that I'm studying psychology. It's just now I'm at a point when studying psychology is now becoming like the real deal, you know? Before it was an interest, now it's like, oh wait, this is like the end game long-term thing we have to think about now. Yeah, that's something I'm anxious about. Yeah. Do you have anything to say about that, Frank? Any similar thing?
No, I agree with what you said.
Yeah, because your major's... Can I say your major? You're fine with that?
Go for it.
Yeah, so you're majoring philosophy right now. Which I'm sure you have like an interest in, I think, by now. If not, you would have switched. But, you know, I feel like you can... I don't know if I'm right about this, but I feel like you can agree with me with what I said. And like the whole it not being a quote unquote dream. You're interested.
It's not the one I wanted, but
yeah,
it's because I wanted psychology at first, but freaking it's like super duper popular and like freaking filled up so fast. So I was like, whoa. I guess because I did philosophy in high school, so and it wasn't bad. I kind of liked it, so I kind of just grabbed it. Like I went towards philosophy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. It wasn't the ideal like
the quote unquote dream. Yeah.
The quote unquote dream, but yeah.
Yeah. That's just.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what.
It's just the thing with me is that like with school, ever since like the 7th grade. Every time I thought about like, okay, the next grade, the next thing I have to go to, I'd get so scared. I'm like, bro, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what we want to do here. I don't know what the game plan is. But you know, I in that sense, I wish I was like Jino, because Jino's known he wants this med school thing for so long. Like, I didn't have that game plan. I didn't have like, okay, I know I want this, and like I can get, and here's how I'm gonna get there. Like, I don't have that, and I wish I did. But, you know, I think I'll let life play out how it is. Of course, right now my goal is to finish my undergrad. And I am currently thinking about grad school, like going for a master's and stuff, just because of how grad school sounds. I haven't applied or anything yet, or looked into applying, but like I am thinking, kind of educating myself on what grad school is. And I am thinking about it. But for now, honestly, it's get my undergrad and think about if we want to do grad school, or maybe a 5th year or something, if I want to like get some minors or something. Because I'm currently getting a marketing minor. I don't know if I want to get others, but yeah, I'd see. That's kind of just where I'm going to leave that little dilemma of mine. I feel like I ranted a lot there. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's how most podcasts are anyway, so you're fine.
Can I talk about some of my stuff too?
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, like for me, like we just said, I'm going to med school, or planning to, but I will, but sometimes it's just really like shocking just to see everyone else's like stats and all that, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Cause like sometimes I feel like behind, you know what I mean?
I always feel behind. That's not just me sympathizing with you, I genuinely feel like I'm always behind.
Sometimes like I just feel like I'm just like too late to like do anything for some of this stuff. And yeah, I don't know what to do about that. And like the big thing is like I don't even know anyone like going into med, right? So I can't really like compare and contrast like what I'm doing wrong. So yeah. Like I'm looking at some of like these extracurriculars for like people online, and they were like, "Oh, I've been doing figure skating for 12 years, and like I've been doing this and that. You know, I have a near perfect GPA and a perfect MCAT. I have research and a bunch of awards, and I'm like, I don't have any of those. Like, I barely have like a decent GPA, bro. So I don't know what to do."
But that's them,
Yeah.
right? They're doing it because, well, let's say, what if their parents were in the exact like something similar?
Yeah.
That's them. Don't never compare what you have to what other people have. Other people have is like they're doing it for a reason.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, what if they're trying to maintain?
I think the thing
their
with Jino
parents-
is that he sees himself and thinks about like, you know, stuff that he quote unquote hasn't done, and then he's like, oh god, this person, what, figure skating research and all that. You don't necessarily know if it's like that person that willingly did that, or if it was their parents or someone pushing them to do that. Maybe they reluctantly started doing some of that stuff, and some of the things they did, like maybe figure skating, they like reluctantly did. They didn't really want to do that. But then, you know, maybe the fact that they did do that maybe actually genuinely shaped them to make that decision to like, oh no, I'm gonna help with a research project. Like that'll actually be my decision. So like maybe like half the things you see on that little resume application thing is really just motivated by like external factors that are beyond them. And then it shapes like the pathways to other stuff. But
yeah, that's why on their applications you see like, oh, I have figure skating for however many years. I have award for like cooking or whatever. And it's like stuff either they wanted to pursue outside of whatever they were doing at the time, let's say in high school, or their parents were like just forced it, like not forced, but it's like, hey, maybe you want to give this a try, you know? And then you know, they
like
kind
a
of
really
like,
heavy nudge into that
it's like
direction.
a heavy nudge. It's like example for cadets. Like my parents told me, okay, so this is something brand new. You know, you can go try it out. I ended up liking it. Stayed for the entire 5 years until I aged out. Literally, best 5 years of my life that I would never like forget. But I'm like, that's different from what you guys have, right? Everybody's different. Don't compare like what you had. Like I get. Seeing what other people have is like, okay, they have this, they have that. They're guaranteed to like, you know, get this top spot in like the job or whatever. But it's like, don't count yourself out, because you can still do it. But obviously, they're gonna be like a little more ahead of you because they have more stuff. It's like a normal job too. Like, okay, let's say you're brand new to the job, but versus somebody who already has like 2 years of restaurant experience, or 1 year of like customer service or whatever. They're more likely to get hired than you because, well, you're brand new, but at the same time, they'll look for someone to like have a little more experience and then eventually ease into that new person. So don't count yourself out. You still got it. You still got it. It's just gonna take a little time because some people have more, like they're more likely to do it, like get it, because they have more things, but you're still gonna get it at the end of the day.
I think I can kind of sympathize with that. Like with when I applied to jobs, the thing I used to do on my old resume is because, you know, I didn't have like extracurriculars, like I didn't play sports and stuff as a kid. So what is the thing I highlighted in my resumes? Like school achievements and like grades and like honor rolls and stuff. And I always had that, right? And I remember I applied to this job, you know, gave them my resume and all that. You know, my resume is highlighting all these awards and stuff I got, you know, proficiencies, honor rolls, because that's all I have to really show for myself. You know, like maybe I had like one volunteer job I did when we had to get our volunteer hours. That was on there. But I didn't have much work experience or like, you know, sports extracurriculars to talk about. But I thought, okay, no, I'm probably pretty good, you know, with like the school stuff. Like they'll see the hard workingness in that. They never reached back to me. I don't think they look at my resume, which, you know, sucks. And the thing is, like, it's a place that's close to me, right? So I actually just genuinely go there, like, to actually shop. I go in there to shop one day. I see this person that I know, and they're working there. Like, they got hired there. And I was like, oh, cool, they work there. But then I got home and I thought about it, I'm like, wait a minute. I see this person at high school. This person definitely does not study hard and grind hard. This person definitely, like, like, probably skips class a little bit every now and then, and like, doesn't try as hard as like me or other people, and then I'm like, and they got the job, the person who, in my opinion, their resume wouldn't have that much, or if it did, they probably lied or something. Like, I put a resume that demonstrates like hard work ethic, hardworking student, good student, like good grades, like persevering through like stress and all that stuff. That's what I presented. This person, I don't think they put any like good accomplishments from school, just based on how I, see them from high school. They put that out, and they got the job. So to compare that with what Jino said, Gino's saying, well, I don't have anything, and this person has figure skating and research and all that. They have the good resume, quote unquote, and then you put in yours or application. The person with the less experience, the person I thought didn't have enough when I had more, got the job. So kind of with what Frank said, you never know. Like, you may be you're a new person, the other person has experience. At the end of the day, they're just looking for what the actual thing is, the ability to do the job, or the ability to like perform well in this institution, this school. We want to accept a good student, and once they see that, then they'll let you in. It doesn't have to be all that other stuff,
But like I said, like my GPA isn't even like, it's not even like that outstanding compared to like everyone else. So like, I don't even reach the average GPA for some of these schools is insane. Like, you need perfect A pluses for like all 4 years. It's stupid. There's no way.
Like, let's say you need a perfect like 100% average to get into like a school or something, and like, okay, that's what they want, and I don't have that. The thing you have to remember is that to ask for like 100% GPA and stuff, and high grades and all these extracurriculars and like experience and stuff, that's a lot to ask for out of a like late teenager, early 20-year-old. That's a lot to ask for, and like, of course you probably realize that, but yeah, just accept that like what you're trying to get to is something like half the population can't even get even close to. Like, you're closer than like half the population can get to. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, what you're doing now in the like wavelength you're on, I can never get there. It's too late for me. It's genuinely too late for me. I don't have that mindset. I don't have that work ethic. I haven't trained that work ethic. So I can't do that. And if I do, okay, I need to relive a good portion of my life again with a different mindset. But you have that mindset, and you've been doing that for years. So yeah, just, don't lose sight of it. You're a lot farther ahead of other people than you think. You're doing a lot of upward social comparison, psychology term, where you look at people that are superior to you instead of people that are below you. And you can either look at them, the superiors to you, you might get scared, belittle yourself, which you seem to be doing, or you can use that as motivation to get somewhere, motivation to try harder, motivation to know that it's possible to get, to set the bar higher. And I think once you do that, then, it's possible. But I think at the end of the day, just remember, yes, I know you want med school and it's hard, and that is your end goal at the end of the day. It's very possible that it just might be way too hard. And I'm not saying give up on it. There's definitely always going to be a way to have that dream achieved. So, if it doesn't work out immediately, or if it doesn't seem like it's working out at this very moment in time, that's okay. I bet it'll work out. There's the paths and avenues are always changing. The world's always changing. Hell, right now, do you know how much demand there is for med students, doctors and all that? It's crazy. So I'm sure an opportunity will come eventually. But life's like that, things just kind of work out. Opportunities come when they need to come, So Just stay optimistic, keep trying hard, and you know, you've gone so far. Don't start walking backwards right now. You know, you've climbed up so far. Don't start going down.
All right, true.
Big motivation right there. Gino's had his moment now. Top 10 anime comebacks. I think we've done this before, but I want to do it again now that, you know, we're a bit older and mature. But are there any strategies? Do you have a different mindset? Do you have goals? Specifically with this fall semester that's coming up, is there anything you want to do differently? Anything you want to change? What are you trying to do? I'll let Gino start.
Focus more on the studying stuff, because like, I'm not gonna lie, I take my free time pretty seriously, you know. So, yeah, a lot of times I don't really, you know, focus on studying when I should be. So,
Like, not drift off away from studying. Like, when you're studying, you're on the study, and then when you're off, you're off.
no, like I generally need to just do more studying in general.
Oh, like do more than you should be doing.
Yeah, because right now I'm not doing as much as I should. At least what I need to do. I'm not even doing the bare requirements, so yeah, it's kind of like that. Also, I'm applying to med this cycle, so I'm gonna be applying like October-ish, I think. Not too sure. I think that's when we send in the applications. So like, stuff's happening, and I feel like it's happening too fast. You know what I mean?
How fast?
Too fast.
Describe how fast. Like, describe what you mean by it's fast.
Like,
is it? Do you feel like it's
I've only done 2 years of uni so far. Well, completed 2 years of all of us have, but to like think about stuff after uni already, it's just not right.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel that.
fair enough?
Yeah, it's just stupid that, you know, I don't know. Like, people are already applying and they're getting accepted to like stuff, and like they only have 2 years of uni done, and I'm like, what? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the biggest thing to remember is that like one person's speed at all this doesn't have to be your speed. You know, go at your own pace.
Like my plan was to like do my full 4 years and then go directly to med school. That's my plan. So I'm gonna be applying next year. That was my plan, but like I could still apply this year. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna see how well it goes. So yeah. Yeah, it's just so stressful because like 2 years is not enough to like have everything done. As well, for me at least. I don't know.
Taking the fact that you probably did a bunch of work summer school.
I don't have any research. I don't have many extracurriculars. I have no references. I'm gonna do the MCAT, but like that's not gonna go well, I could tell. And my GPA is not good. So like everything's just bleh, you know? It's not gonna work out. So yeah. But like this is just a trial run. We'll see next year, you know. So yeah.
Well, I don't know. I feel like even when things look grim, which, you know, it's university, that's gonna happen. But when things do look grim, like, I feel like the biggest thing to remember is that like it's a life goal to like persevere through that. Like, it's a life lesson, sorry, not a life goal. It's a life lesson to like persevere through that stuff. Like, so many times you're gonna feel like you're at your lowest, but then you're gonna be fine. Or things are gonna work out, and you have to like train your mind to think that, like, no matter how like down bad you feel you are, like, it's possible to come out on top. And yeah, I just think, you know, like I'm sure at some point this semester things are gonna get crazy. It's gonna be November. It's gonna be midterm season or post midterm season, big assignments and all that. I'm gonna be like, how am I gonna get any of this done? But then we're still gonna do it anyways, and we're gonna be okay. You know, Because I feel like, you know, I said this to Jino before we record this podcast, and he laughed at me. I said, you know what I want to do, but by the end of this podcast, I want to be optimistic about going back to university. I want to be optimistic about year 3. I want to go in, positive attitude, you know, maybe think that there's a bright side to this. And then Gino laughed.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, he literally said, good luck with that. And I was like, well, why does it have to be all like negative? I know we rant and stuff. Like, yes, I'm all for ranting. I don't like this education system. I don't like how it works. I don't like the way things are taught and the stress and the time management and all of that. Okay, all that stuff. But I can be optimistic. Might as well try. And hell, I might be optimistic for a good week or 2 and then just be like, nope, I take it all back. It was awful. I shouldn't have been optimistic. Uni sucks. But at least I'll try. Because that's what heroes do. Any strategies from anyone else? Mindset, goals?
Cry.
Cry.
Just cry. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said try at first. And I was like, yeah, that's a good one. Try. But then he said cry. Actually, no, here's what I'll say about crying. Here's what I'll say. It's okay to cry. If at some point this semester you feel like you have to bawl your eyes out because of stress, that's okay. Alright? Like, I know you might think, oh god, this is so unhealthy, I shouldn't be doing that. It's okay. Like, it really is okay. A lot of students are really stressed. I think the general consensus that we have to like remember about university, we rant and say it's hard, not because we think it is, because it actually is. It is a fact that this is hard. Every student knows this is hard. No student thinks this is a cakewalk. You know, not every student is light Yagami. Like, do you guys understand that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
I wanted
we
you to
both
laugh.
watched
I wanted you to laugh.
Oh wow, yo, that was hilarious. I'm dying.
But yeah, not everyone is gonna pass this with flying colors, and it's gonna be easy. But you know, it's okay when things get tough. It's okay when things get really tough and like almost impossible. You might get frustrated, you might give up, you might generally throw your books down in frustration and go to bed, and then wake up the next day and realize, okay, no, let me actually study, I gotta finish this. That's okay. It's okay to have meltdowns and stuff like that. As long as you remember at the end of the day that you'll be fine. Because something my friend told me is that university, school, you know, just school in general, right? It's just a small part of your life. There's so much road ahead of us to experience, to do. Of course, this one's an important one, but like, bro, we haven't even lived half our life yet. By the time you finish your school studies, you're not gonna have lived half your life yet. Hopefully. So there's just so much. So there's so
you really
much.
have to sneak that in there. Hopefully.
Okay, well, what's the average lifespan? Isn't it 80 something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna have stuff to look forward to beyond school. You know, there's so much other things, and hell, there's so many other things to stress us out that isn't school. I know that's not nice to say, but like, if you think this is the only thing, like, no, there's more. There's like taxes and stuff. Like, there's like taxes and like, I don't know.
We don't. Because we don't have jobs like us two.
Okay, well that's right now, but in the future, obviously we will.
In the future.
In the future. Nah, Gino, we're just not gonna have jobs. Nope. I
We're just not gonna.
I refuse. We're just not gonna have jobs. Nope.
True. We're gonna win the lottery.
Yep, we're gonna win the lottery.
Yes, sir.
Imagine there's actually someone out there who, I bet there's some really like pessimistic person out there who genuinely thinks, not trust the process, I'm going to win the lottery one day. I don't need to work a day in my life. It's gonna happen. Just listen to me.
Just listen.
Like, you guys yelling at me to get a job? No, I will win the lottery. I know it. And that's their game plan.
Pretty genius. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's not. I do not condone that. Anyone listening, I do not condone that. No. Get an education.
Sarcastic.
Oh. We were talking earlier how Gino, whenever he says something sarcastic, no one can ever tell that he's being sarcastic.
That was obvious.
Yeah.
That one was obvious.
Okay. Frank, wait, Frank, you know what I told Gino the other day? Or actually, it was yesterday. I was telling him how I was doing yard work, right? And he asked me about, oh, so did you have to cut the grass and stuff? And I was like, oh yeah, I had to cut the grass. And then it was like, oh, so like, do you have a lawnmower? And I was like, oh no, I do it with a scythe. And he was like, damn. And I'm like, no, Gino, of course I used a lawnmower.
No, you said it like so like serious, you know? Like damn.
It was funny.
Damn.
Anyway, what was even the question that I asked again? Oh, I said strategies and mindset. Okay, I'll go with mine. For my strategy and mindset, one thing I'm gonna actually try to do, and I encourage you two to do this as well, and anyone listening, there's gonna be a point probably close to the beginning of the semester, within the first like month and a half, 2 months, you'll have the opportunity to get ahead on like your big term assignment, like, or to like, you know, get that peer reviewed article done in advance or something. And ideally, or like not ideally, sorry, naturally, you will not want to do that. You'll think you have time, and you will have time. You could procrastinate and, you know, push it aside, put it on the back burner. I say this, I don't want to do that. If legit within the second or third week of class, my professor puts out like the big term assignment that's going to be like due like at the end of November, and I can honestly get like 1/3 of it done in September, I will genuinely try to do that. Because it goes a long way, because once November like assignment season hits, it's stressful. You'll thank yourself later. So I'm gonna try to do that. If there's an opportunity to get ahead, and usually it's like, you know, at the beginning of the semester, that's when like, you know, we're kind of chill, things are slow paced, and you do have time. So what you naturally want to do is still like play video games and be in that summer mode. But I'm gonna try to actually grind a bit. I say this, I might not do it, but I'm gonna try. And maybe, you know, I'll thank myself in the long run. So that's something I'll try to do. Another thing is mindset. Like I said to Gino, I'm gonna try to actually be optimistic and positive about all this. I'm gonna get on the subway, head down to campus, and, you know, hopefully actually like not have a grimace on my face the whole time. But yeah, I think having a positive mental attitude is like, you'll manifest a positive experience if you actually think positively, you know? So that's something I'm gonna try.
Out 101.
Yeah. And I'll also try to not get burnt out. That's another big thing. Like, you just like, don't burn yourself out. I will have to genuinely try to like not work too hard, because it's weird, because I think I'm not working too hard, but I am, you know? Like, you thought you like were giving yourself enough time to relax. Like, okay, I finish everything at 5 p.m. I'm gonna use the rest of this evening to relax, and I'll get back to work Saturday. And then you do that. Like, bro, like, you thought you gave yourself a break, but like, you really didn't, you know? You needed more time than that. So I will actually try to like give myself some time, you know? So yeah, that's something I will be doing. What about you, Frank? Any strategies you got? Like, what are you gonna do? What's your approach, you know? How are you gonna rush this, you know? What site are you going to? Are you planting A or are you planting B? Like,
Stop.
Like, don't overwork yourself.
what are you gonna do? Okay, what are you gonna do? Don't think about it as like talking to the viewers. What are you gonna do? Like, what are you telling yourself right now that you're gonna do?
If there's like a reading and I have nothing to do, like in my free time, try to get the reading done, take notes, so I don't have to do it later.
Yeah, that's good. Good.
Be a little more on top of things.
Yeah, I think being on top of things is just gonna be huge. Like, because you'll notice it. I bet anyone listening, and you too as well, will notice it. There's gonna be so many opportunities when you're like, I could get on top of this right now, but do I really want to do that? And more often than not, you should actually get on top of that. That'll be a good thing to do. So yeah, I just recommend doing that whenever you can. Of course, take breaks, but at the same time, if you get ahead, you'll thank yourself later. Because I know I talk about how there's not enough time with university and like all the work, low key, sometimes there actually might be a bit of time. You know, there actually might be time to get a project done and have like a day or two off. So use that to your advantage and actually do it. So yeah.
Times like this where like I just wish like we could live forever, you know, like just like have infinite time, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I just never have to worry about doing things on the deadline, you know.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Well, that's the thing, because the thing with my uni is that obviously it should take 4 years to do your undergrad, but I think we have 8. We have 8 years to do it. So if you really want to take like a gap year or two, like you can do that. Like you are like enrolled at your institution, you have your, you know, university's email and all that, you're in the system for 8 years. So, you know, that's always there. But of course I don't want to spend 8 years in my undergrad. That's way too long. So yeah. Anyways.
Anymore. I don't want to do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I hate school.
Yeah. All right.
The bottom of my heart.
All right, guys. So with that said, you know, we've ranted a bit, we cried a bit, we got sad a bit, we outlined strategies. I personally, I'm a bit optimistic, not fully, because Gino kept toning down the mood.
Like I said, good luck.
Good luck. Good luck with trying to feel optimistic by the end of this Veekash. But yeah, guys, I think we'll close out here. Our closing thoughts. Basically, yes, it's hard. You know, before year 2 started, after year 2 ended, we were like, yeah, that was tough. It's gonna be tough. We still think it's gonna be tough. Year 3, it's gonna be tough. University's gonna be tough. It's not, school isn't fun. But at the end of the day, you know, we're going to this. There's no way out of it. It's not like we're gonna just pause time, unless Gino wants to work out the secret formula for that.
Why are you telling me, man?
Because you're the scientist.
Yes, of course.
So, yeah.
I got you guys.
But yeah, closing thoughts, final message. Any final message you want to say to the viewers? No, this is the last thing they'll hear in the podcast if they made it this far. My viewer retention's awful, so that no one's probably made it this far.
Always believe in yourself and try.
Say it with confidence, Gino. Jesus.
Bro, I don't know myself. How am I supposed to say it with confidence?
I broke the illusion. Gino's trying to sound motivational. like Veekash is forcing me to say this, guys. I don't actually feel confident. I'm stressed and scared.
Literally. There's no way. There's no way. Damn.
Any final thoughts, Frank? Messages to the chat, or not the chat, the viewers?
Believe in yourself, work hard, and always strive for success.
Nice.
Also, Fortnite Battle Pass.
Yep, Fortnite Battle Pass, guys.
Yeah.
If you really think about it,
You guys were supposed to continue.
I'm not singing the rest of the song.
Okay, down, I see.
But yeah, my final message to anyone listening, you know, it's been real. Summer's been real. It was fun. University is obviously gonna happen now. I'm gonna try, you know. Obviously I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna try to be negative. I will be negative when the situational factors like force me to become negative, because like they like will literally just keep beating me up. But I will actually try to be positive about it, be excited, because I talk to my friends all the time, other friends that aren't you guys, and they're like, oh no, yeah, my semester's been great, I've been learning about all this stuff, it's really interesting. I'm like, why does it sound like you have a smile on your face when you're talking about university? I wish I had that. So I'm actually going to try to do that this time.
Crazy. They're insane.
They're insane. Something's wrong with them. But now I'm going to try to, you know, go in, head held high, optimistic attitude. And, you know, maybe the semester goes well. Maybe the semester doesn't go well. At the end of the day. I keep saying at the end of the day a lot. I don't know why. But at the end of the day, there's no getting out of university. We're gonna do it. This semester's gonna happen, a winter break's gonna happen, and we'll be back for that winter break to discuss how that semester went. But guys, that's gonna wrap things up for this podcast. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and hit the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Boy, 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 boy.
Bye.
Later.